What's up? What's up? What's up? How you doing, YouTube? What's up? What's up? So they been on this narrative about the LeBron James, Steph Curry so-called rivalry. They say it's coming to an end. How many more times we get to see this? Um, it's not a rivalry. Not when one man has been pretty dominant. Yes, LeBron got one ring over him in that 3-1 against the 73-10. But how's a rivalry when Steph has got the best of him? How is it a rivalry? This ain't Bird and Magic. It's not like I sit there and debate. I'm probably one of the few people that unlike those heads on sticks. I'm gonna tell you, Steph Curry is better than LeBron James. Yeah, he's a better leader. You know, it was cemented with this. These two made the latest acquisitions. Cemented the deal. Wasn't it something that Draymond Green of all people picked Luca's pockets going to the hole, and Luca was mighty small against Golden State last night. Austin Reeves showed them. LeBron hit some shots, but Jimmy Butler came through later. Look at who I mentioned. Look at how Steph Curry has his co-stars. He drives the car and you ride in the passenger side. You keep company. You know you're going in for the W. That's the mark of holding it down. Because whoever's on the passenger side, you know the money man is in the lane and driving the car. That is the mark of a better leader. The Golden State Warriors were a game under 500 when they got Jimmy Butler. They looked tipsy. They looked like they were going to miss the playoffs. It was like boom and doom. And now here they are. They're on the heels of the Lakers. They got a chance to move up in the seeding. They're not the team you want to have to face in the postseason. And Steph Curry's been going on a tirade lately. But he brought a guy on board which was dysfunctional. I'm a Miami Heat fan, so dealing with Jimmy Butler was a pain and a half. I hold him and Pat Riley both 50% accountable for that mess in Miami. They should have got rid of him before the season started. Jimmy Powder wanted more money. Pat Riley thought he was going to grandstand and old school him and punish him, and it didn't do neither side any good. It was a waste. The Heat haven't really recovered. They won 5 or 6 games. They lost a buzzer beater to Memphis, but they haven't really. They embarrassed him when he came back. Steph didn't play that game, so that was their parade, if you will. But ain't nothing to get excited about if you're a Heat fan. Not when you see this Jimmy Butler in Golden State. Not the way he's playing. And something about it is different. And you know what it is? He's playing with an alpha who I've always said is what Jimmy Butler needed. But he's playing with Steph Curry, who gets the best out of his teammates. LeBron James does not do that because he manipulates the narrative. For if he didn't manipulate the narrative, Anthony Davis would have shined. You see, you'll never see. You saw what happened in the bubble ring. Anthony Davis was clearly headed to be in the MVP of that, and LeBron couldn't have that. But you see, Curry didn't have no problem with Kevin Durant having this moment to shine. Andrew Wiggins having his moment to shine. Klay Thompson's moment to shine. And now Jimmy Butler. When you're rolling with Steph, he going to do Steph things, but he going to give you a chance to shine. When you're rolling with LeBron James, he gets in your way. He steps on your toes. He's everywhere, and he's trying to do too much. And yeah, you can do your bit, but you ain't going to have those kind of freedoms. It's not the same, you know. And it shows. How is this? This is like Steph owns the head-to-head. He's got the postseason over him. He's got it where it counts over him. He had changed the course of the game. You know. So it's not even up for discussion where I look at it. It's like, yeah, to me, it's a no-brainer. How do you look at that as a rival? Because if anything, LeBron deep down wants to go play with him. He really do. You know. And it scares me because they got all cuddly and friendly, even though Steph was clearly MVP in those games in France during the Olympics. They had to find another way to give LeBron another token award, another token gesture. Bottom line is this. You see the way people play around Steph Curry. You see the way they undersize. The Lakers crying about we don't have no size in the middle. We don't have this. Well, y'all let LeBron ball hog and think he could do everything. Steph Curry really do be the floor general. Except everybody gets a chance to shine. And they shine in a real way, you know. So it's a big difference between somebody that, how they manipulate the situation and that they really are making the situation better. So I just find it ridiculous at how they've always tried to make this is not Magic and Bird. This ain't Russell and Chamberlain. You know, this ain't Shaq and Duncan even. You know, it's a situation where you've had two guys who were big time for their eras, two of the greatest players ever, what have you. But ain't no rivalry. Not when I can clearly see that aside from the size difference, because this is the reason why it's not a rivalry. Nobody saw Steph Curry being this great. Of course, LeBron was the anointed one. He was the king and the chosen, all that mess. No one saw Steph Curry. The clean face. The guy who shot outside. He might have a good career. He might be like his dad if he's lucky. He might be a scoring version of Tony Parker. He might have a good career. He might actually, he'll make some all-stars. He'll be good. If he's lucky, he'll be a broke Ray Allen, a broke Reggie Miller. There's no way in the world he would surpass Monte Ellis. That's what a lot of people were saying. And where are they now? So, Steph Curry has layers to his situation. It's not no rivalry. They're hoping to always tie something together. Forget all this stupidness about LeBron and Jordan. LeBron ain't got past Steph Curry. And he ain't got past him. How you gonna get to Jordan when you ain't got past Curry? Because Steph is a problem. And Steph looks like he knows what he's doing. I told you before, I'm going to tell you again. You give Steph Curry, Anthony Davis, he going to win rings. Anybody LeBron James had, they win with Steph Curry. Anybody LeBron James had that played with Golden State, he'd be trying to get rid of them because they know they're second round casualties. He couldn't do nothing with Andrew Wiggins. He couldn't do nothing with Draymond. He couldn't do nothing with Clay. He couldn't do nothing. There's quite a few. There's a big difference. It's not no rivalry. But this is the thing. LeBron never got past, forget Jordan. He hasn't gotten past Steph Curry. Because Steph has stayed in his way. And he going to stay in his way. So to stop this nonsense that he's number two in the last 15 years to Steph Curry, I'll give you that. He a country many miles from Michael Jordan, let alone Steph Curry. Because Steph Curry has been the big changer. And you see what Steph Curry has done. Look at this team now. Win or lose, they're in the play. They're playing in the postseason, and they're going to be legit. And they're going to be scary. Because aside from OKC, what do you see that's a threat with the irregularities? And the only problem I always be holding against Jokic, and I say this, well, he ain't Steph Curry either. Because Steph Curry be making that team around him work. They stand and they deliver results. The Durant era is gone. But Steph did it with and without. So so-called cats that you hold in high regards, till they do that, they're not seeing Steph Curry either. The Steph Curry thing is pretty special. Very special. And I want to give a shout out to Sports and Fitness. Check out his videos and stuff because he did a great video talking about LeBron and Steph's shadows too. But I'm taking one step in my own direction with this take. That, it ain't even close. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another share if you like and hit that membership. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm on peace.